Hey, what's up traders, this is Dave FX Hunter and welcome to the first weekly Forex forecast for the 2024. So I have prepared nice trading plan for the next week, and you can basically go through it by yourself and read it in the Notion, where is everything I will be talking about in this video mentioned in the details. So let's start with the dollar index as usually. We can see dollar index has been dropping since it's topped in here in the October. Since then is dropping down, and in here we knew that the Fed will not probably rise the interest rates, right? So price is dropping even lower, and it has left these two nice equal lows in here, right? So what we are going to do now, we can see that price is actually now reacting in this order block, in this level which caused the break through this lows in here, and even through this lows, right, through this month low. Now the price is back in here, right? So what we want to know, in order to understand what the big players are doing, we want to know what they've been doing in this up move, right? So the price has bottomed in here and it was moving higher back into this order block. So we want to know if the market makers has been buying strongly, or if they've been reducing their short positions even more to take price even lower, right? So that could help us to make a decisions what's going on in here, right? So let's go back into my trading plan. I have actually write it in here, right, in this tab. So what basically has been doing, the price has been moving back higher to the order block, while longs has been closed and slight shorts has been added, right? So let's look at it a little bit closely. Let's go lower in here. And here it is, right? So here is this price swing which we've been looking for, right? These dots are basically the COT reports, right? So that's when the data has been released, right? As we can see it in this tab, right? So we are looking for the last 4 to 5 reports. It's not always fixed for the 4 to 5, but you can see it's 1, 2, 3, 4 reports, right? So we want to see what was happening in here, right? If we are bullish, if we want to see a price going higher, we would like to see that in this consolidation they would be adding some long positions, right, which would create a nice level for the potential retest and price going higher, right? But what we have seen in here, we can see that in the past, actually in this range, which we don't see properly, I'm sorry for that, we can see that they had much more longs positions, right? Since then price has been dropping, and then when the price is going up right now, what's happening with the longs, right? We can see that they slightly dropped lower, right? Doesn't giving too much clue. But what's happening with the shorts positions? You can see that since the price dropped down here, the shorts positions, while the price was moving up, the shorts has been growing, right? If we look at the net positions, we can see that from the previous 20k, we still dropping around, and now in here we have just 1,300 net positions, right? So that giving us a clue that most likely if the price should go higher, they will probably need to add more longs, right? But do you think they buy highs? No, probably not. If they would do it, they would do it probably somewhere much lower, and in my opinion this means that price is going lower, right? So I am bearish on the dollar, and I think it will go lower. How it looks on the lower time frame, so let's go 1 hour, and we can see that the price action in that weekly order block already is giving us some clue. But still, remember, we still need to see, we actually have seen the break of the structure in here, right? And then we have these highs here, right? Here is as well the Friday's day high, which is not updated in here yet. It will update in my platform once the market will open. And what I always want to see is some rate over the liquidity before the price drops lower, right? So what would be my expected scenario would be something like the false break lower in here, which will bring more stop losses in here, and then some kind of price action like this right, occurring as well. Don't forget that this week we have loaded with the news, right? So Monday, Tuesday there is nothing, right? Then the Wednesday, the big news coming from the Europe, England and Canada, and as well USD America, right? So basically from all the currencies I'm watching, right? So the Wednesday will be a big day, and in my opinion it could be a high of the week, right? So as currently I'm drawing some something what I might expect, it could be completely something different during the week. It's very hard to predict right now what's and how this will be played, right? So we must be flexible and we must wait for the price action to occur, right? So obviously on the Wednesday there could be some spike up, some high created, and then price could go lower, right? So what is important for us, that we know that this price swing is not bullish. It is just a pullback on the higher time frame, and price will most likely go lower, right? So there could be some manipulation in here, and we want to see a timing for the drop lower, right? Obviously I'm not trading dollar index, but it gives me a clue for the other pairs. So looking to the euro here in my report, which you can read. So what we can see here on the weekly, we can see that the price has been supported on this price move, right? Here we have this FVG which was supported as well. Price broke these highs in here, that has created this order block in here, right? And then the price dipped into it nicely, and as well into this FVG this week, right? So in my opinion, this is a price action on the weekly. It can give us a power to go higher into where? Look at this, how we have this relatively equal highs, right? This double top, right? And this is a kind of a, let's say, retail formation, which gives the clue that the price could go lower. So I think some retailers probably shorted this low in here, right? So stop loss cluster could appear in the top, and I think the price could go higher. Why? Because as I wrote in my report, we can see overall exposure to the long side is still over 70%, right? So last week there was minus 14k, which I think was caused by the heavy shorts reported on the Tuesday, but bullish price action during the next day. So what does it mean? What I was mentioning in here, right? So let's look to the COT data in here, and again we want to be decoding what was happening in this move down, right? So let's look at it. Market makers has been very bullish in here, right? They started to take profits in the November here. Since then the price is dropping back to this weekly order block in here, right? So what we see in here, they simply been taking profits from the longs. They slightly added some shorts, but not that much, right? You can see they had 100k long shorts. Right now they're not adding it. They added minus 14k net here, and it was from the latest report to this report. So they did it in this window, right? What I would expect is that they would build much bigger shorts if they want to go lower, and they will start to do it already in here, right? So what's giving us this clue? We still have 200k longs and 100k shorts, right? But this 100k shorts has been reported in here. What happened since then? Price moved higher, price moved lower again, tapped into this daily and 4 hours FVG, and now we're getting this bullish price action from this weekly order block, right? So I think this was just a push to bring the price lower below this low. They added these 14k shorts to bring the price down here, right? To build more longs, right? So let's go to the platform, and what we can see in here is this. So here is this weekly, and again we can see that basically the price has dipped into this weekly order block, and into this daily fair value gap. Let me bring it to the daily so you can see it clearly, right? So here we have this fair value gap, right? And price is nicely taking the previous week's low, right, as well in this weekly order block, and we can see the swing low has been created. What is swing low? We have the close of this daily, right? Then we have a lower close, and then we have higher close, right? So it's a swing low, right? That's where the price is reversing. As you can see in here, you have swing high, right? And here again, swing low, right? So most likely what I think could happen, and let's go to the 1 hour time frame, right? We still must have in our mind that there is this big news, right? So what I think could play out is that the price could do something like this, false break in here, right? And then something like that before it goes higher, right? So overall, I'm definitely bullish. Just need to be patient and wait for the setup to occur, right? Definitely, I'm not gonna buy in here because I think that there would be some low created, and then if any low is taken, right, then I would be interested in this, not here, right? Because where I put stop loss down here, right, while the price can reverse from this, so that would be not good and not smart, right? Okay, let's go to the next pair, and it's a GBP. Okay, so this is a GBP daily chart. In my opinion, GBP is the strongest currency at the moment. We can see how nicely the order flow is respected, right? So we have this order block that caused a break of the previous highs in here, which we don't have here on the chart. Price dropped down here, right? Has been a little bit ranging, created again swing low, boom, another break up, right? Since then, price is ranging in here, created these three triple equal lows, and right now we actually dipped below this liquidity and into this weekly order block. Since then, price is moving higher, and I think it has a power to go even more higher, right? So let's check COT data. It's just here below here, as I said, you can read it by yourself, and we will be looking into this area in this range, what was happening in here, and what can give us a clue what's going to happen next, right? So let's look to the COT data. We can see that during these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 last reports, which is in here, what was happening with the longs positions from the 68 to the 66, right? Nothing really serious. It looks for me like they do not want to go up. But let's look to the shorts. Shorts has been decreasing rapidly, right? Look at this. If you look even from here, they've been 85. Right now 35, right? And again, before this range has started, they had 48, now they have 35, right? So basically they are offloaded shorts positions in here, right? And now they dipped into this order block, right? So what they doing? They reducing the shorts to take price even higher, right? So you can see what was happening with the net positions in this period. In this period, they rised by 10K approximately, right? So in my opinion, price will continue a bit higher for on the 1 hour. Here is this dip into this weekly order block, right? Since then, you can see this strong rejection, right? This fair value gap is respected, and now price is breaking higher again. And I think we will get something like drop, maybe first false break in here, then drop below this Friday's low, and then we can start to move higher, right? So overall, I'm very bullish on the GBP, and as here is my expected scenario, which obviously can be very different, depends on how the market will open. If you look to the seasonals for the GBP, very strong on the end of the January always, right? So that's giving me clue that this could happen. And this is a last pair, which is a Canadian dollar. So currently we are Let's start from here. So we topped again on the October-November when the price took this 2023's high, right, and it dipped into this rejection block. Since then, price is dropping lower. We can see here was a break of the structure caused by this order block, right? So in this up candle was driving up to build the sells and then going down, right? So here we have two potential targets. Currently we are back in this order block. So will the price go lower or higher from here? Let's find out, right? So what we need to do, we need to understand what was happening in this swing, right? So last 4 or 5 weeks, and let's look to it. We can do it in here. So here is a COT data. So 1, 2, 3, 4 reports, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. So what's happening in here? Here on the bottom, they reported 76k longs, right? Since the price was moving higher, you can see how these longs disappearing, right? So we can see currently in here is just 52k longs, right? It's a big change. You can see how every week there was a net change quite high, right? We can see positive in here because they pushed the price into this order block, right? So right now let's compare with what was the price action in here. So we had this range in here for these 3 weeks, right, before the price started to drop lower. And what was in here? Look what was their longs, 89, 84, something like that, right? So these longs were closed, price was dropping, right? They've been building a little bit shorts in here. You can see in here they've been building a little bit shorts. Then they close them, move the price up higher again in here into the same price level where in the past they had 80k longs and 19k shorts, right? Now we are on the similar price level, but we have, let me compare it. In here we had 80k, 89k longs, 19k shorts. We are back in here, we have now 52k longs and 38k shorts, right? So what does it mean? Down, right? Most likely we will go down, but it will probably not be as fast as and immediately, because as said, in the Wednesday there is a big news, and this is that weekly order block, and you can see the price action around it. So what I think, as we have left this Friday high in here, I think that these levels will be visited one more time, right? So there still need to be some stop hunt, right? Something like attracting the sellers and then stopping them out before we really move down, right? So let's look to the seasonal tendencies, and you can see end of the January always very strong, right? Regarding the seasonal tendencies, yes, I like to use them. Our analysis should not be based on this, right? Sometimes it's in the sync with the market, sometimes it's not exactly in the sync, right? So yeah, this is for the dollar, in my opinion, from this order block where it took this previous week's high, we will see price going lower. But as said, I would like to see some stop hunt, right? So we didn't see stop hunt here yet, so I think these highs could be really violated during the news. And then we could go as low as these relative equal lows, or even into this order block, right? Depends on how you're trading. All right, my friends, so this is it from me. I wish you a great start to the trading week, to the next trading week. And here is my report, which you are obviously free to download below this video and read it. Be careful, there is a lot of red news which could manipulate the price strongly, so I suggest always wait at least 15-20 minutes, 30 minutes after the news, because then it's safer to trade. All right, bye bye.